I get there, it's gonna be a very short video today. I do not have the fucking energy to be editing a whole bunch of clips today, so I will see y'all when I get home. We're gonna talk a little bit about the title of the video, and then I'll end this shit, and I'll go into bed. What's up, all my devil dogs? It's your boy Sean Ali, Strength Corps. I'm 5-star general. I didn't do my intro when I was at the gym, so I'm like, well, let me go ahead and do it now. But pretty much, this is a very short video. I put out 2 long vlogs on Monday and Tuesday. I'm putting this one out today, which is Wednesday. It's not really a vlog today. Today is more so just me talking to you. I needed a break from vlogging. I'm vlogging. While you're watching this video, I'm probably vlogging my Wednesday, and you will see that Thursday. But I wanted to go ahead and just give you guys kind of just a little video of me talking to you. These videos will happen from time to time because with videos every day, there's no way I could vlog every day and it would get kind of boring. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys the 3 hardest things about cutting for me, because I've cut 3 times now, and I'm gonna tell you the 3 things that were the hardest for me. And then what I want you guys to do at the end is to comment below what the hardest things for you are. The 3 hardest or 2 hardest, or if it's not hard at all or whatever, or it's too damn hard and you're just never gonna cut. So I'm gonna start with number 1. And of course that's the food. And what I mean by the food is, of course when I'm dieting, I can still have a lot of the foods that I like, but I've said this before, I'm a fat boy at heart, okay? The fact that I have the physique that I have, right, is kind of a freaking miracle. I have no idea. The way I love food, I just love training just as much, so I'm sure that's helped. But when you're on a diet, of course there's certain food restrictions, you know, that you're gonna have. You know, sometimes, yeah, you can fit in cheat meals and everything like that. You can even fit, you know, restaurants and things into your macros. But for me, especially early on in my diet, or, you know, as I taper off, like towards the end when I'm really trying to hone in, I don't eat out as much, just because you can never be as accurate as you really want to be. You know, the restaurant website might say 2 grams of fat, and it's actually like 10 grams of fat because they're cooking it in oil or something. And that's a big difference. Okay, we're talking almost 100 calories, and that adds up very quickly. So you know, I guess there's just certain foods that I like for instance, pizza. I can eat a lot of pizza. There's no way I'm gonna try and fit a whole pizza into my mac. There's just no way. Maybe a slice or 2, I might be able to do that, but for me it's like, if I'm having pizza, it's just better as a cheat meal. I don't want to try and fit that into my macros unless I'm making the pizza. Like, I can make a healthy pizza or something like that, then it's not so bad. But you know, if I want pizza, I want pizza, you know, or wings, fries. Like, there's no way I can go to Five Guys and fit that into my macros, because that's literally like 100 grams of fat. Like, that's like almost 3 days worth of fat for me. Like, that's crazy. Or almost 2 days, whatever. It's a lot of fat, okay? So giving up food is definitely the hardest thing. I think that's for anybody who, you know, is dieting. Giving up food is gonna be the hardest thing. But what's really helped me is that, one, whenever you crave a certain food, is to try and find healthy alternatives. I'm gonna start releasing, just like I was doing before, recipe videos that relate to maybe items on menus from popular places, like healthy tacos, healthy burgers, healthy, you know, things like that, that, you know, the average person wants to eat, but it may not be the healthiest. I can give you a healthy recipe where it still tastes good and you can satisfy some of those cravings. That's really helped me. Like, when I crave something, I'll just make it myself and make sure that I count the macros and make it healthy. It takes a little bit more work than going into a drive-thru and just getting it, but it's worth it if you really want to stick to your diet, okay? The second hardest part about dieting for me, believe it or not, is the energy levels. Now, for me, my energy is pretty good right now, but as my carbs kind of taper down, I can see, especially if I don't get enough sleep, I'm very exhausted, very tired sometimes. So that's why I'm really trying to focus on this cut. Once I really start lowering my carbs, I gotta make sure that I'm getting decent sleep. It doesn't have to be amazing 10 hours of sleep, but at least, like, you know, 6 hours bare minimum. I like to shoot for like 7.5. That's my sweet spot. But yeah, definitely, you know, as your carbs go down, your workouts get harder, you know, your endurance starts suffering. You might be strong, but just, you know, you're out of breath more, you know, you're fatiguing a lot faster. it's just a lot harder, you know. So what's helped me with that is to make sure that I'm scheduling refeed days or having cheat meals, you know, more frequently enough, because as you get leaner, those cheat meals and more so, I mean, refeed days help you a little bit more, where you up your carbs a lot more. That helps replenish your glycogen, and that way you can bang out some more workouts as your glycogen depletes, and then you have another refeed. So you kind of have like a day to look forward to where you're gonna refeed or have a cheat meal, so that way you can keep your calories in check and keep your body actually losing weight by increasing leptin. Now that usually happens when you do refeeds because you increase your carbs. Strangely enough though, I found with my body, I do better on cheat meals than I do on refeeds. Like when I do refeed days, I mean, it works, but for me, for whatever reason, when I have cheat meals, like the next day in the gym, I feel amazing. I have this crazy pump. And I mean, I don't know if I'm just, you know, having more carbs than I normally would or more fats. I don't know, but my body responds very well to cheat meals. But, you know, that's something that can really help you out with those energy levels, okay? Sleep and refeeds or cheats. The last part, the number 3 thing that's hard is I'm gonna have to go the social aspect. And what I mean by this is if you have friends and let's say you're going to a restaurant, yeah, of course, if you're going to a restaurant where you know you can get something basic or whatever, it comes down to discipline. But let's be real, when you're out with your friends and everybody's drinking or whatever, you know, on the norm, you know, you don't drink every day, so you would normally just get a drink, you know, and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna drink anything. Or if you go out to like your favorite restaurant, like BJ's is like a great restaurant. I haven't been there so long, but they have the Pizookie, and let me tell you, you're not fitting no Pizookie into your diet. That's literally like 4 days worth of fats. Let's just put it like, I challenge you right now, go to MyFitnessPal if you have the app, look up a Pizookie. You will be shocked at how many calories is in that thing. It's a lot, okay? So, you know, definitely there's a social aspect. You know, if you get invited out somewhere and there's food, to not eat the food, it's like considered rude at times. So that's why a lot of times I try not to cheat as often in case something comes up. I can go somewhere and I'll have the food that they have. Maybe I'll just have smaller portions, or I'll try and say, okay, this is a little more healthy than that, yada, yada, yada. But I just won't have a whole bunch of it. I'm not gonna engorge myself with a whole bunch of food. I'll have a little bit. I try and actually go kind of on a fuller stomach so I don't eat as much of that stuff. But you know, there's an aspect to it. There's a social aspect to food. Food is not just something that, you know, as a society we just digest and eat. It's something that's kind of cultural. So what's helped me with that though is just knowing that, you know, life happens, man. And what's more important, I mean, if you're contest prepping, that's a whole different story. But if you're just somebody trying to lose weight, look good, feel good, a cheat meal here and there is not gonna kill you. That's why you need to be on point as often as possible. The more you slip up and mess up, when you slip up and mess up and then you have little things come up out of nowhere, you add those two together, you're never gonna reach your goals, okay? So you gotta be as on point as possible. That's why I really just believe in staying focused, get your cut or your diet over with so you can go back to being at maintenance or bulking or whatever, where if you have those little meals, it's not gonna affect you as much as when you're dieting and trying to lose weight. So just a quick video for you guys, all right? This video shouldn't be too stupid long. All right, just wanted to give y'all a little bit of an insight to how I feel during my cuts, give you guys some, you know, tips and advice, and there'll be another No Cuts, No Glory for you guys tomorrow. Don't forget the orders, subscribe and share, like and comment, follow my social media. Till next time, all my devil dogs, dismissed.
I'm a general, a nigga, I'm a general. I'm a general, a nigga, I'm a general.